God's chosen ones. Do not let this moment pass you by, because what is unfolding today has the power to change more than you realize. You did not arrive here by coincidence. You were guided here for a reason. And if you choose to ignore these words, you may overlook a divine opportunity that has been prepared specifically for this season of your life. Today carries a significance unlike any ordinary day, and the events now set in motion have been carefully arranged to lead you toward restoration, breakthrough, and a new beginning. This is the day when what has remained hidden starts coming into the light, when long-awaited progress finally begins, and when closed doors slowly begin to open in your favor. If you turn away now, you could miss the very transformation you have been praying for, and the answer you believed would never arrive. Stay with this message, because it is not simply another set of words. It is connected to the purpose that has been unfolding over your life all along. Type Amen if you believe. Today marks the moment when confusion begins to give way to understanding, and the uncertainty that once clouded your journey starts to disappear like darkness before sunrise. I want you to know that this day represents a spiritual crossroads, a clear dividing line between the season you are leaving behind and the one you are about to enter. Right now, you are standing at that very point of transition. The changes that begin today may not arrive with dramatic signs, but their influence will be undeniable. If you remain attentive, you will recognize the quiet moments that begin reshaping your future one step at a time. You have spent so much time asking for direction, seeking confirmation, and waiting for answers. Now those answers are coming before you, not surrounded by uncertainty, but with a clarity your heart has been longing to receive. That is why you must pay close attention. Overlooking this moment would not simply postpone your progress, it could alter the course of what comes next. Behind the scenes, I have been preparing you all along. Even during the seasons when you believed you had been forgotten or left to walk alone, nothing you endured was meaningless. Every disappointment, every restless night, every moment when you felt unseen or misunderstood has been shaping your heart for the remarkable season that is now beginning to unfold. I have been working behind the scenes, aligning people, removing obstacles, and setting the stage for this very day. You thought things were falling apart, but in truth, they were being rearranged so that what belongs to you could find its way back. This is not coincidence, and it is not luck. It is purpose, and it is happening now. Take a moment and gently tap the like button, because this helps this word reach someone else who may be on the edge of missing their breakthrough today. The reason you feel a shift inside you is because something has already begun, even if your eyes have not fully caught up with it yet. There is a movement in your spirit, a quiet stirring that tells you something is different, something is changing, and you are right to feel that what unfolds on this day is not just external. It is internal, and it starts within you before it shows itself around you. Your thoughts begin to align, your energy begins to rise, and your clarity begins to sharpen. This is the beginning of a new awareness, one that will guide you into what has been prepared for you. Type 777 if you trust God. You have carried burdens that were never meant to stay with you forever, and today marks the beginning of their release. It may not all fall off at once, but you will feel the weight lifting piece by piece as you step into what is unfolding. The heaviness that once slowed you down will begin to lose its grip, and, in its place, a new strength will rise within you. This strength is not from your own effort alone. It is from the presence that has been walking with you even when you felt alone. You are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. And what is happening now is proof of that truth. There is also something important you must understand about this day. And it is that not everything will come in the form you expect. Some things will look small at first, almost easy to ignore, but they carry a deeper meaning that reveals itself over time. A conversation, a thought, a sudden idea, or even a feeling could be the very doorway you have been waiting for. Do not dismiss these moments, because they are part of what is unfolding, and they are leading you towards something greater. You are being guided, even in the smallest details. And nothing about this is accidental. The regret that was spoken of is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you, to help you realize the importance of being present and aware. In this moment, it is not about fear, it is about attention, and it is about recognizing that this day holds something valuable for you. When you pay attention, when you listen, when you stay open, you position yourself to receive what has been prepared. But when you rush past, when you ignore, when you close yourself off, you create distance between you and what is meant for you. This is why you must stay with this, because what unfolds today is connected to your next chapter. You have been chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are willing, because you have endured, and because you have continued even when it was hard. That willingness has opened a door, and today that door begins to move. You may not see the full picture yet, but you will begin to feel the change, and that feeling is your confirmation. Stay grounded, stay aware, and stay open. Because what is unfolding is not just for today, it is setting the tone for what comes next in your life. How are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities, supported by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There has been a pattern in your life where you felt close to something meaningful, only to see it slip away at the last moment. And that memory still lives quietly inside you. But this time is not the same. And this day does not carry the same ending as the ones before. What unfolds now has been protected from interruption, and what belongs to you will not be taken away like before. You are not repeating an old cycle. You are stepping out of it completely. The door that is opening for you now is one that will not close the moment you reach for it. You have been tested in ways that few people around you truly understand. And many of those tests happened in silence, where no one could see your struggle. There were moments when you questioned your strength, your worth, and even your purpose. But you continued anyway. That continuation, even when you felt weak, became the very thing that positioned you for this day. Nothing you endured was meaningless, and nothing you survived was without purpose. It all led to this point where something begins to shift in your favor. As this day unfolds, you may start to notice a different kind of calm settling inside you, even if your surroundings have not changed yet. This calm is not ordinary. It is a sign that something is aligning the way it should. It is the kind of peace that does not come from having all the answers, but from knowing deep within that you are being guided. You may not understand every detail, but you will feel the direction becoming clearer. This is how the unfolding begins. not with full explanation, but with quiet certainty. Type yes to receive miracles. There are also connections in your life that will begin to reveal their true nature. And this is part of what unfolds on this day. Some people will feel closer, more supportive, more aligned with your path, while others may feel distant or unclear. This is not something to fear. It is something to understand. You are being shown who is meant to walk with you in this next chapter, and who is not. This clarity is a form of protection, guiding you away from what no longer fits, and toward what truly belongs. You may also find that ideas begin to flow into your mind with more ease. Thoughts that feel different from your usual patterns. These are not random. They are part of the unfolding. Seeds being placed within you for what is coming next. Do not dismiss them or doubt them too quickly, because they carry direction and purpose. What feels like a small idea today can become something significant tomorrow. You are being prepared to step into something greater, and it begins with what you allow yourself to receive. There is something else you need to understand, and it is that timing plays a powerful role in everything that is happening now. You may have wanted this shift to happen earlier, and there were moments when you felt like you were being delayed for no reason. But the truth is that you were being protected from stepping into something before you were ready. This day arrives not because you demanded it, but because you are now able to receive what it brings. Everything has aligned in a way that supports your growth, your strength, and your purpose. You are also being asked to trust in a deeper way than before, not just when things are easy, but even when you cannot fully see the outcome yet. Trust is what keeps you steady as things begin to move, and it is what allows you to walk forward without fear taking control. You have already shown that you can endure, and now you are being shown that you can receive. This is a different kind of strength, one that allows you to open your hands instead of holding everything tightly. What unfolds now requires that openness. There will be moments where you feel a strong sense of recognition, as if something inside you is saying that you have been here before in a different way. That feeling is not imagination. It is alignment. It is your spirit recognizing that you are stepping into something that was always meant for you. This is not about becoming someone new. It is about becoming who you were always meant to be. And this day is the beginning of that becoming. Do not let fear try to convince you that this is too good or too uncertain to trust, because fear will always try to speak when something meaningful is happening. Instead, listen to the quiet confidence that rises within you, the one that does not shout but remains steady. That is the voice you need to follow right now. It will lead you through what is unfolding and help you understand each step as it comes. You are not being left to figure this out alone. You are being guided through it. As you move through this day, pay attention to the small confirmations that appear, the moments that seem simple but carry a deeper sense of meaning. These are reminders that you are on the right path, that you are not imagining the shift, and that what is unfolding is real. You may see it in a word, a moment, a feeling, or a situation that aligns perfectly with what you needed. These are not accidents. They are part of the unfolding, showing you that you are exactly where you need to be. Why are experts saying this brainwave discovery might soon be removed from the internet? A top neuroscientist has shared CIA-linked findings about a 7-second ritual that may influence financial awareness, verified by 4 neuroscience labs. This technique is helping people move toward improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But access to this information may not last long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. What is happening now is not limited to this single day, but this day is the beginning of something that continues to grow and expand in your life. You are stepping into a period where things begin to connect, where what once felt separate starts to come together. This is where clarity meets opportunity, and where your past begins to make sense in light of your future. You are not starting from nothing. You are building from everything you have already lived through. There is a sense of restoration that comes with this unfolding, a feeling that something is being returned to you in a new and better form. It may not look exactly like what you lost, but it will carry the essence of what you needed. This is not about going back. It is about moving forward with something stronger, something more aligned with who you have become. You are not being given less. You are being given better. This is a quiet strength, one that comes from knowing you are not alone in what you are walking through. It is a strength that does not rush, does not panic, and does not collapse under pressure. This is the strength that rises when something meaningful is unfolding in your life. Type 2222 to receive miracles. There are moments in this unfolding where you may feel like nothing is happening at all, where everything seems still and unchanged. But do not mistake stillness for absence, because even in stillness, something is moving beneath the surface. Think of how a seed grows in the dark before it ever breaks through the ground, and understand that your life is moving in that same quiet way right now. What you cannot see is not missing. It is forming, and when it finally reveals itself, you will understand why it had to take this path. You are also being brought into a deeper awareness of yourself, one that allows you to see clearly what you once ignored or misunderstood. There are patterns, habits, and thoughts that are being revealed, not to shame you, but to free you. You are being shown what needs to be released so that what is unfolding does not get blocked by what no longer belongs in your life. This is part of your preparation, and it is happening now because you are ready to see it without fear. Growth requires honesty, and you are being given the strength to face that honesty. As this day continues, you may find yourself drawn towards certain actions, certain decisions that feel important, even if they seem small. Follow that direction with calm confidence because it is not random. You are being guided step by step, not all at once, because that is how true alignment works. You are not meant to understand everything immediately, but you are meant to trust each step as it comes. This is how what unfolds becomes something real in your life. Not just a feeling, but a lived experience. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There is also a healing taking place within you, one that goes deeper than what you have allowed yourself to acknowledge before. This healing is not always loud or obvious, but it is powerful in the way it restores parts of you that were tired, hurt, or uncertain. You may feel moments of emotion rising unexpectedly, and that is not weakness, it is release. What you have carried for so long is beginning to loosen its hold on you. This is part of what unfolds, the restoration of your inner self, so that you can step forward without the weight of the past holding you back. You are not the same person you were before, even if your life has not fully caught up to that truth yet. There is a new awareness inside you, a new level of understanding that changes the way you see things. What once confused you begins to make sense, and what once held power over you begins to lose its grip. This is not something that happens all at once, but it is happening, and it is part of the unfolding that you are experiencing now. You are becoming more aligned with who you are meant to be. There is also something shifting in the way opportunities will begin to appear in your life. What once felt closed or unavailable will begin to open in ways you did not expect. It may not come in the form you imagined, but it will come in a way that fits where you are now. You are not being given what you once asked for. You are being given what matches who you have become. This is why the timing matters. And this is why this day is important. It is the point where your growth meets your opportunity. You may also notice that your sensitivity to certain environments or situations becomes stronger, and this is not something to ignore. You are becoming more aware of what supports you and what drains you. And that awareness is a form of protection. Trust that feeling because it is guiding you toward what is right for you and away from what is not. This is part of the unfolding, learning to move with awareness instead of reaction. You are not meant to stay where you are not growing. There is a quiet confidence that begins to build within you, one that does not need to prove anything to anyone else. This confidence comes from within, from knowing that you are walking in alignment with something greater than yourself. It is not loud, but it is strong, and it keeps you steady even when things around you are uncertain. This is the kind of confidence that carries you forward without fear controlling your decisions. It is part of the foundation being built within you. You are also being reminded that what unfolds today is not just about external changes, but about internal transformation. The way you think, the way you respond, and the way you see yourself are all shifting. This is what allows the external changes to last, because they are supported by something real within you. Without this inner transformation, nothing outside would hold its shape. But with it, everything begins to align in a way that feels natural and lasting. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking their silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say their attorneys are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. This 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many people are now moving into beautiful homes they once only dreamed about, enjoying luxury vehicles, and taking the kind of vacations they thought were out of reach. If this message has reached you today, do not overlook it, because this opportunity may not remain available much longer. Visit the link in the description and the comments while it is still there before it disappears. There may be times when you feel drawn back toward what feels comfortable, even if that chapter no longer belongs in your future. That response is completely understandable because unfamiliar paths often bring uncertainty, even when they lead to something far better. But remember, everything taking place is guiding you toward new possibilities, not back to old limitations. The past has already fulfilled its purpose. Now it is time to embrace the future that has been waiting for you. By moving forward, you are not giving something valuable away. You are finally receiving what has always been intended for your life. As this new season continues to unfold, do not feel pressured to understand every detail or predict every outcome. Your responsibility is much simpler than that. Remain present. Pay attention to what is unfolding around you, and keep your heart open to every opportunity placed before you. This is not an examination where you must prove yourself worthy. It is a journey that reveals itself one step at a time. With every decision you make in awareness, you move closer to the future that has already been prepared for you. What is beginning today is not a passing moment that will quickly fade away. It is the opening chapter of something that can continue growing, strengthening, and expanding throughout your life. You are entering a season where the different pieces of your life begin to fit together more naturally, where your choices, your mindset, and your greater purpose begin moving in the same direction. This is the point where life starts to feel more intentional, more fulfilling, and more clearly guided than ever before. Everything begins with the opportunity standing before you today, and the changes already taking shape beneath the surface. You may not yet have every answer, and the road ahead may still hold mysteries, but there is a quiet confidence awakening within you. That inner certainty is not the voice of confusion, it is the beginning of genuine clarity leading you toward your next season. It is alignment. It is the signal that you are stepping into what was always meant for you. Type 1010 to receive blessings. You have spent so much of your life waiting for things to make sense, waiting for clarity to arrive before you took your next step. But now, clarity is not coming as something you wait for. It is coming as something you walk into. With every step you take, the path becomes clearer. Not before. This is how this unfolding works. It meets you in motion, not in hesitation. You are no longer being asked to wait. You are being invited to move with trust. There is also a shift happening in how you see your past, and this is something you may not have expected. What once felt like loss or failure begins to look different when seen through this new understanding. You begin to realize that even the painful moments carried a purpose. Even the times you felt broken were shaping something within you. This realization does not erase the pain, but it transforms it. It gives it meaning, and that meaning becomes part of your strength. As this unfolds, you will begin to feel less attached to things that once held your attention so tightly. The worries, the fears, the constant need to control every outcome will start to loosen their grip on you. This does not happen because everything suddenly becomes perfect, but because you are changing. You are learning to trust the process instead of fighting it. And in that trust, you find a kind of freedom you have not felt before. Type 777 to affirm your belief. There is also something important happening in the way you connect with others during this time. You may notice that your conversations become more meaningful, more honest, and more aligned with who you truly are. You are no longer trying to fit into spaces that do not reflect your truth. Instead, you are naturally drawn toward people and situations that support your growth. This is not coincidence. It is part of the unfolding, guiding you toward what belongs in your life. You may also feel a stronger sense of purpose beginning to take shape within you. Even if you cannot fully define it yet, this sense of purpose does not come as a loud declaration, but as a quiet pull in a certain direction. It is something you feel, rather than something you explain. And as you follow that feeling, it becomes clearer, stronger, and more defined. This is how purpose reveals itself. Not all at once, but step by step. There is a release happening as well. A letting go of expectations that no longer serve you. You are beginning to understand that not everything needs to happen the way you once imagined it. What unfolds now may look different from what you planned, but it will carry something deeper, something more aligned with who you are becoming. This is not a loss. It is an adjustment that leads you to something better. You are also being reminded that patience is not about waiting without movement, but about moving with trust. Even when you do not see the full picture, this kind of patience is active, not passive. It allows you to continue forward without forcing outcomes or rushing the process. It keeps you grounded in the present while still moving toward what is ahead. This is the patience that supports what is unfolding in your life right now. There will be moments where doubt tries to return, where old thoughts attempt to pull you back into familiar patterns. But you are not the same person who once believed those thoughts without question. You now have awareness, and with that awareness comes choice. You can recognize those thoughts without giving them control. You can acknowledge them without letting them define your direction. What if a top neuroscientist just revealed a method helping thousands of people attract money into their lives? Research connected to the CIA suggests a simple brainwave ritual can influence how you notice and act on opportunities. This seconde technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift from financial pressure to improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are stepping into a space where your voice matters more than it ever has before. Not just the words you speak to others, but the words you speak to yourself. The way you talk to yourself shapes how you experience what is unfolding. When you speak with belief, with encouragement, with trust, you strengthen the path you are walking. This is not something small. It is something powerful. There is also an energy around you that is beginning to change. Something that others may notice even if they cannot explain it. You carry yourself differently. You respond differently. And you move through situations with a new sense of calm. This is not something you need to announce. It is something that becomes visible through your presence. And this presence begins to attract what aligns with it. You may also begin to see opportunities appear in ways that feel almost unexpected. Moments that seem to arrive at just the right time. These are not random events. They are part of the unfolding. They are the result of everything that has been aligning behind the scenes. When you recognize them, you will feel it. A sense of rightness that confirms you are on the path meant for you. There is a deep sense of restoration that continues to grow within you. One that reaches into areas of your life that once felt empty or uncertain. This restoration does not always come in dramatic ways, but in steady, meaningful shifts that rebuild your sense of stability and peace. It fills in the spaces that once felt lacking and replaces them with something stronger. This is part of what unfolds, the rebuilding of what was once worn down. You are not walking into something fragile. You are walking into something that has been built with intention and care. What unfolds now is meant to last, meant to support you, and meant to grow with you. This is not a temporary change. It is a lasting transformation. And as you continue forward, you will begin to see just how deeply this transformation reaches into every part of your life. Stay present in this unfolding, because this is where everything continues to take shape. Do not rush ahead or fall back into old patterns of doubt. Remain grounded in what you are experiencing right now. This is where your awareness makes the greatest difference. And this is where your life begins to align in a new way. You may notice that your focus begins to shift away from what is missing and toward what is possible. This is not denial of reality. It is a deeper understanding of it. You are learning to see beyond the surface, to recognize that what is in front of you is not the full story. There is more being prepared, more being aligned, and more being revealed with each passing moment. When you focus on what is possible, you open yourself to receive what is unfolding instead of blocking it with doubt. There is also a sense of responsibility that begins to rise within you. Not in a heavy or overwhelming way, but in a steady and grounded way. You begin to understand that what is unfolding is not only for you, but through you. The growth you are experiencing, The clarity you are gaining and the strength you are building will touch others in ways you may not even realize yet. You are becoming someone who carries light into places that once felt dark. This is part of your purpose, and it is unfolding naturally. As this day continues to reveal itself, you may find that your intuition becomes sharper, guiding you with more confidence than before. You start to recognize the difference between fear and guidance, between hesitation and wisdom. This clarity allows you to move forward with greater trust, not second-guessing every step, but stepping with quiet assurance. You are not being led into confusion. You are being led into alignment. And that alignment brings a sense of peace that stays with you, even in uncertain moments. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There is also a strengthening of your boundaries happening now. A quiet but firm understanding of what you will and will not accept in your life. This is not about pushing people away, but about protecting your peace and honoring your growth. You are no longer willing to stay in spaces that drain you or situations that hold you back. This clarity is not harsh. It is healthy. It allows you to move forward without carrying what does not belong to your path. You may also begin to notice that your sense of timing becomes more aligned, that you feel when something is right, rather than forcing it to happen. This is a powerful shift because it allows you to move with life instead of against it. You are no longer chasing what is not ready, and you are no longer holding on to what has already passed. You are moving with the flow of what is unfolding, and that flow brings a sense of ease that you have not felt before. There is a deeper level of trust being built within you, one that does not depend on constant confirmation or reassurance. This trust comes from experience, from seeing how things have come together, even when you did not understand them at the time. You begin to recognize that you have been guided all along, even in moments that felt uncertain. This realization strengthens your ability to move forward without fear controlling your decisions. It gives you a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual backed by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping people move beyond financial struggles into more balanced lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and finally taking luxury vacations. However, this page might not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are also stepping into a space where your presence begins to carry more influence than your words. Not everyone will be able to explain what is different about you, yet they will naturally sense it. There is a peaceful strength, a quiet stability, and an unshakable confidence that now surrounds your life. That quiet presence naturally attracts the people, opportunities, and experiences meant for you, while gently creating distance from everything that no longer belongs. You no longer have to chase what is meant to find you, because what is truly aligned with your journey will recognize you when the time is right. There will be moments when you pause and realize just how much you have changed. Those reflections will fill your heart with genuine gratitude. You will no longer see your past as nothing more than a collection of painful experiences. Instead, you will recognize it as the path that shaped your character, strengthened your spirit, and prepared you to become the person you are today. This gratitude does not erase the hardships you endured, it honors the resilience they helped build within you. Because of that, you will be able to move forward without bitterness, without lingering regret, and without carrying the heavy burdens of yesterday. At the same time, A fresh sense of renewal will continue growing deep within your heart. It is more than a change in your circumstances. It is the awakening of new life, fresh energy, and a stronger spirit that begins transforming you from the inside out. You will notice yourself becoming more present in each moment, more aware of the opportunities around you, and more connected to the purpose guiding your life. This transformation is not temporary or fragile. It continues becoming stronger with every step you take until it becomes a natural part of who you are. Along the way, you will experience moments when everything seems to fall perfectly into place, where events unfold with a surprising sense of ease and harmony. Those experiences are not simply coincidences. They are reminders that you are walking the path prepared for you. They confirm that your decisions are bringing you closer to your purpose and that the future waiting for you is already beginning to take shape. As your trust continues to grow, these moments of confirmation will become more frequent, strengthening your confidence that you are exactly where you are meant to be.